not when you're there. You might be throwing off a bunch of profit. You might be generating a lot of revenue. But if you can't go on vacation, you can't go to your kid's school event at a 10 o'clock in the morning without being blown up on your phone. You haven't created the freedom that you wanted to do when you started to be a veterinary entrepreneur. You basically are just kind of chained to the business. And so that's what good to great vet clinics do.
That's amazing. So you've got your finger on the pulse on a lot of things in the industry, a lot, and you've taken a really amazing step from COVID to now, and you've got practices that you have. So where do you see this pendulum going for the next 1 to 5 years? And I know it's so hard to predict, or even 1 to 3 years. Where do you see this movement at? 'Cause it's so easy to sort of get caught in the day, but where's it going in the next 1 to 5 years?
Tricky question. A lot of people are using the word vet recession. And a lot of that stems from the price increases outpacing what people's wages are. So it's more expensive to go to the vet than what as a client is receiving in terms of their wages. And that's the main driver of the decline in visits that we kind of walk through that whole journey. The price taking has to decline. Now, a lot of that price taking has to do with private equity backed consolidators that have a horizon of like 1 to 5 years. And they don't really care about the future of veterinary medicine. Maybe some of them may care, but they need to tell their investors a story in a 1 year horizon.
Yeah, it's all about the green.
And so if I'm declining in visits, what do I need to do in the next 1 to 2 years to increase my revenues? The only kind of lever that they can really do from afar is to raise the price.
Yeah.
But the more we raise price, the further the visits decline. And so I would say veterinarians need to be absolutely like laser focused on looking at things, CPI, the consumer price index, and be very sensitive about where wages and prices are in the macroeconomic and thinking about where your prices kind of sit. Doing some mystery shopping around your area to see where you are on the continuum of pricing. Are you the cheap one? Are you the most expensive? And where is my value proposition on the spectrum? And then aligning your prices, your shoppable things, and then keeping up with those inflation by making your prices a formula. So not just making up prices from scratch, but actually making especially your pharmaceutical prices a formula based off your wholesale pricing. So indiscriminate price taking needs to stop. And so that means you can't just raise the price 9% and expect, your revenues to go up. And so I'm not saying don't raise your prices, but that has to stop in veterinary medicine for the decline in patient visits. However, I'm not sure that we can't control the private equity kind of side of veterinary medicine, but independent vets certainly can play they have that autonomy that they can not do that.